Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit, bringing you yet more action from Star Wars The Old Republic PvP Warzone in Alderaan. Yes, this time around we're going to actually play the Trooper class, which is, of course, on the goody. I like to say the good side, but you know what? I'm actually kind of a fan of the Sith morals, so as far as I'm concerned, that is the good side to me. Whatever the case, the Trooper is a really heavy ranged firepower setup and actually has a mechanic by the name of ammo cells. So ammo cells actually have to be reloaded, which is needless to say a bit of downtime, and it's a little bit tricky to do in the middle of combat, so you have to be careful with your conservation. So the more powerful abilities use more ammo cells, so you have to reload more frequently. There's all sorts of different shooty based abilities. You can throw grenades, you can of course fire a volley of conal laser effect, things like that, all sorts of debilitating shots, high-powered shots, sniper shots, all the kind of things that you can expect. And here we go. Speeder bike right here into the middle, and this time, of course, we are playing the Old Republic as opposed to the Sith. In fact, we were playing the Old Republic last time, never mind. I always get a little bit confused when I see hooded figures. Is it Jedi, is it Sith? Who knows? We could get in a little bit of morality discussion when it comes to Star Wars The Old Republic, or indeed just any of the Star Wars, to say whether or not the morality is relevant. Who's right, who is wrong, nobody cares, because at the end of the day, it all comes down to who stabs the other in the chest with a lightsaber. Just watching a couple of the other screens right now, I'm actually seeing a couple of the Jedi Guardians going for the middle point at this point in time. And in the meantime, Frank has just got a ninja a point that's been completely ignored right now. So hey, there we go. Slice into that, hope he doesn't get shot in the process. He's almost got the cap on that one. So it turns out everyone just wants to brawl in the center, which is a tactically unsound decision, because there's the grab right there for the Republic. And of course, that is going to start those laser batteries shooting at the Empire ship. There we go, going to start moving into the middle right here, perhaps to reinforce his compadres. I'm actually watching all of the other screens right now. Let's say we can only focus on one, but I'm sorry, but the Old Republic aren't doing all that well in the middle. Massive concentration of Sith forces smashing the way through, and now here comes the heavy fire support from the Trooper. Grenades, grenades, area of effect attacks, pretty much everything you can possibly do. You're still trying to figure it out. There's the big spray attack I was talking about earlier. And yes, it will actually hit everything within that cone. Takes a little bit of damage, he's getting frozen, he needs to break out of that almost immediately. A Sorcerer pops up behind him, not exactly pleasant. You don't want to engage a Sorcerer perhaps in direct combat once you get at range. There's a big amount of damage being inflicted, of course. He does have that lightsaber deflection, so you got to watch out. Taking a lot of damage, he needs to be out of there immediately, and down he goes. He does have reinforcements right there, so the Republic are pushing quite nicely. The Sith actually losing ground directly in the middle of this particular matchup. Right now, it's actually 2 points. We've got the middle point right here, secure for the Republic. Sith have captured precisely nothing, and there is 1 point left, which at this point either remains contested or otherwise untouched. Watching a couple of Guardians right here, smashing their way through everything very, very well indeed. And Frank ignoring the entire battle once again, just going to go try and ninja a point. Why would you not? There's actually a power-up to the right there. That will actually give you a damage boost for around 15 to 20 seconds. Warsong Gulch style right here, if you want a direct comparison to anything. Okay, moving on in with the boost. He loads up his highest power ammo. Grab that as well. I believe that's actually a speed boost, as it is. There you go. The question is, will he find any enemies? Who knows? There we go, he finds one right there, and it's a surprise. He doesn't want to be close to that one, though, so he needs to apply some kind of stun. There we go, I think he seems to be blazing a cryo grenade. Now's the time to unleash. Loaded everything he can. Oh, massive damage coming in right there. Looking pretty good for him right now. A shield going up for the Trooper as well. There's a bit of a butt with the gun. Yes, melee works in this game, but admittedly I didn't want to be close to a lightsaber. Sith Warrior has some common sense, so unfortunately he eats a grenade in the face. Trooper, a very heavy class, can take a lot of damage. That Sorcerer's getting pounded. Finish him. Unleashing the firepower right there of the Trooper class. There's the AoE. Takes a stun, needs to break it, break it, break it. There you go, the one that's lit up, that's it. We've got friends, not that we really need him. He actually gets a medal for that. You get a bunch of commendations at the end, depending on what you've done, assists. And actually things like kill streaks actually do give commendations, which give you rewards in terms of the PvP currency, and I believe experience too, so there you go. There was certainly a reason to play well. He's out of combat. He could actually regenerate health right now if he so desired. The question is, am I close enough to him so he can hear that? Rest and regenerate health, it might be a good idea. Or maybe not, we can just go for it. There we go. Try to find his regeneration ability. There you go. Nicely done. Right back up there where it needs to be. Middle point is now being attacked. It needs to go and try and reinforce that as quickly as possible, but the left and the right turrets have been taken in the name of the Old Republic. Old Republic team doing incredibly well right now. Trying to find his way into the middle. It's okay. Guy with a double-bladed lightsaber pouncing around right there. I always found anyone that picks a double-bladed lightsaber to be slightly pretentious. Maybe that's just personal bias on my part. Oh, okay. He's found the fight. Unleash it. Massive amount of firepower. I mean, this is exactly the position you want to be as a trooper. Unleash everything you can from a long distance. There's the spray. I'm actually not sure if they hit anything, but we'll go with it anyway. It looked visually impressive, and that's the thing that matters. Pick off the targets at a distance. Unleash area of effect damage with grenades and things like that. Don't get close to guys that have 2 lightsabers. Usually a bad idea if you happen to be a gun-wielding class. You'll probably be noticing a whole bunch of different class names. Perhaps you don't recognize those, of course, the advanced classes. So we actually saw a Guardian, a Jedi. We've seen things like Sith Assassins and all sorts of stuff like that, the Marauders. That's the kind of thing you can get as you go through, and that is effectively kind of talent trees. You're finding your role quite nicely. Cooper doing what he does best, unleashing hell. You know what I actually like about this? This reminds me of a review for another game with the word star in it. It was actually Star Trek Elite Force. Comments that were made, I believe, by PC Gamer is this deathmatch is kind of like any other sort of Unreal-style deathmatch with all fire and stuff, but the point is it's really, really visual because of all the laser fire, indeed phaser fire, photon grenades going on. Very, very visual firefight. It's exactly what the Old Republic has as well in abundance. Blaster bolts going off all over the place, very dynamic combat moves with the lightsabers. And that, to me, it does matter. You might say, oh, well, it's just purely about the mechanics. It's not just about the mechanics. The mechanics do contribute to the feel of the game. But what really contributes to the feel of the game is how it looks, how it is visual. It's not just, oh, the graphics are really good quality. It's, there are freaking blaster bolts going off everywhere. There are lightsabers swinging. There are explosions. And, of course, in the sky, 2 massive warships taking huge amounts of turbo laser fire from the ground. How do you reinforce it in this? You sweep in on a speeder bike. That, as far as I'm concerned, does matter. Because how you feel, if you feel heroic, if you feel like you're genuinely getting involved in Star Wars action, then that really does matter. It's immersion, folks. And the game seems to do that very, very well. Trooper taking a pounding right now, just to back off as quickly as possible. Gotta say, very, very impressed by the PvP thus far. I wouldn't say that it necessarily offers anything new, but what it does offer is a polished experience. I remember a game like that. Yes, World of Warcraft, same concept. Doesn't offer anything new, offers a polished, accessible experience that is visually appealing. That's exactly what this game does. Going after that might be a little bit risky, but unfortunately, it looks like still combat. It can't actually regenerate his health. If he stays at a distance, he'll be fine. Just watching a few Jedi Guardians get annihilated in a hail of blaster bolts and explosions right here. It's quite the thing to behold. Been pretty good so far. Cryo grenade going up to lock him down. And then a furious fusillade. Is it fusillade? Yes, furious fusillade of blaster bolts. Laying into him right there. And of course, this is the guy with the lightsaber in there. He seems, you know what, I'm just going to ignore that guy because I'm too busy with the guy trying to stab me in the head. Well, that is happening. It is happening right now. I don't know how Frank is still alive, but he's doing incredibly well. I think he's carrying the team right now. I look forward to seeing the scores at this point. Frank evidently a much better player than me. It does help that I am actually sitting here commentating and he gets to actually play, and he's been looking forward to this the entire time. I can honestly hardly blame him. Right now, from what I'm actually seeing for this PvP Warzone, it's so much fun just to sit here and watch it. Such a visual experience. It's a feast for the eyes. It'll be interesting to see how tactical it could be at a higher level. I think it could be. I really do. It's going to be as enjoyable as actually watching and participating in high-level Arathi Basin raided battlegrounds. And yes, I'm making wild comparisons because it's the most familiar thing. Now, perhaps I'd say maybe the melee combat is a little bit stilted in places, like in terms of the animations. It's a little bit too sort of wowy. I mean, you saw some of the PvE combat in one of our earlier videos where sabers locked and things like that. That doesn't really happen too much here. And I think that's mostly because it seems like it's really hard to code that. It would be nice if they did a little bit more, though. It's still a very impressive looking combat. That guy's on fire. Question is that a good thing for him? I think not. Trooper unleashing hell on that squad. Rightfully decides he doesn't want to be there. Oh, you don't want him far away from the trooper. Oh! Down he goes. Another commendation right there for our trooper. Frank destroying in the name of the Old Republic right now. Now trying to contest the middle point. This is, if they capture this, they'll of course control all 3 turrets. That's going to bring down that ship in the sky incredibly fast. That's going to end the match in favor of the Old Republic. And what we'll do after this is we're going to swap over, and I'm actually going to do some more commentary while I play, because I want to play the Trooper. The Trooper looks like great fun, really cool range class. I think the coolest thing about this is higher level stuff. The low level stuff isn't falling because of the story. The high level stuff isn't falling simply because it's a mechanically sound explosion fest that is highly charged, volatile, energetic, and really fun to watch. And hopefully to participate in as well. I actually enjoyed my experience playing the Jedi Guardian, but I think I'm going to enjoy the Trooper a little bit more. If I do actually end up playing this, which I do, very much think is going to happen, I think I'll be playing an Imperial Agent. I like the idea of the Imperial Agent very much. Anything that allows me to deploy some kind of crazy probe droid to go and stab people in the back of the neck. Oh yes, that appeals to my sensibilities. What can I say? I'm morally ambiguous. Getting flanked right there, standing there is a bad idea. Get away from the guy with the laser sword. There you go. Yes, I did just say laser sword in reference to one of the BioWare, the German guys actually did a literal translation of lightsaber, which of course actually laser sword, German. My God, I'll tell you for a fact. Got to see here my mouth drying out. We've been working quite hard here at Gamescom. This is our 4th day of coverage. This is our last day of coverage. We're pretty much working flat out 12, 13 hours a day. This to me is actually just a really nice opportunity to sit back, relax, and watch some great PvP action going on. Of course, you've got to make the decision, I suppose. Do you play Guild Wars? Do you play both? Because of course, Guild Wars is just a one-time purchase, so it makes sense to go for both of them. And I think what I really like about this game is I'm going to just play it as Knights of the Old Republic 3, because that's effectively what it is. Engross myself in the story. And what actually makes me very happy is that looking at this, it looks like I've actually got something to do after that, because this PvP looks like great fun to play. I think we get a fixed team in this, get our clan, get our guild involved. We smack down. We will need us to say be playing Sith. Proper faction. Well, not much left of him. My God, so much damage raining down on this guy. It's going to last about 5 seconds. Opening up with everything it can. Raining down that huge heavy gun. All 3 points currently in favor of the Republic. Eastern turret currently being captured by the Sith Empire. Does it really matter? They're getting cut down all over the place, massively outnumbered. That said, there is a risk, and look at that. Sith Empire actually catching all 3 points because all of the Old Republic are simply jumping on one particular area, a distraction. The way of the Sith is the way of power and deception, folks, as you can clearly see it. All 3 points now in favor of the Sith. They are still, however, in double digits. Something you want to watch out for. Can they take it back? The possibility. The Old Republic is having none of that. You're going to try and recapture this middle point right now. Trooper slicing his way in there while his compadres try and keep off. Unfortunately, that does get interrupted if you take damage. Get back there and provides a withering hail of fire. There we go. Midpoint seems to be pretty safe and secure for the time being. If the outlying defenders can hold it, depends on when it gets focused down, and it gets cancelled once again. Still all 3 points currently in favor of the Sith Empire. It's not what you want. It's going so well for the Old Republic. Gonna back his way out of there, trying to find a way around. Perhaps he might want to try and ninja one of those points. Of course, the Trooper can be deployed to just simply provide huge amounts of fire support in, say, a midpoint where a large battle is going on. Certainly not a bad idea as far as I'm concerned. There we go, going for that point. He seems to be slightly less defended, but he is going up against one of a Sith Assassin, I believe. However, he's taking a lot of damage. He can nail him down if he nails him down with the crowd grenade, but reinforcements going from the side. Wants to watch out for that. Eats a huge amount of firepower into the face. There's the stun, needs to break his way out of that one. Misses with the flurry of bolts. Authentic Star Wars sound effects instead going off in the background, and there you go, 1 down. However, he does have to engage with a couple more. It's going to be a little bit dangerous. He's getting his shield up. He keeps taking more damage in the distance. Shield is now online. Another commendation. I don't even know what he got that for, but I think it's just a flick of huge amounts of damage. Now it's 2-on-1. I think he needs to back away from that one. I know he's going to survive if he stays there. But he wins. There you go. Old Republic takes that particular matchup. See where he is on the damage. How'd he do? Look at there. Evor. There you go. 128,000 damage rate down. That's almost the, yep, that's the second highest on the team. 36 kills. Very few deaths. There we go. Let's have a look at those commendations over there. Medals, combated, 50k damage dealt. Go back.
Sorry? Sorry. Yeah,
Yep, let's have a look at them. Yeah. Commando, 5 kills. Soldier, 10 kills. 1 killing blow right there. Quick draw. Tactician as well. 1 objective defended. So plenty of rewards for that one. Now we're going to be re-queuing very, very shortly for some more PvP action. I'm going to have my hands on with the Trooper right here. Sounds like a lot of fun. I am so dehydrated, you have no idea. I'm getting nice and enthusiastic about this one.